Alrighty, welcome back. Another thrifting video, and we're eating healthy this year. Lol, JK, we are at Dunkin' Donuts. So gotta grab the essentials for the morning, and then we are going thrifting. Going to STOCKERTOWN and STOCKERTOWN. So we're going to stop off at that Weigh and Pay thrift store, and we're also going to some Salvation Army. So let's get out there and let's go thrifting. Whoa. That's gonna get lost one day. Alright, so got some clothes. Some experiments. What we got here? Got a trophy. Oh, it's got a name on it. No, it's got a hole here. These bags retail, I think, for about $100, $125. But when it has a name on it, it's hard to sell. You got some barreling here. Huh. Kind of in the media section now. Got some records, but I doubt there's anything good in here. Don't see any Beatles or Aerosmith or anything like that. No Pink Floyds. None of that. Sometimes there's like box DVD sets, so you have this one, Boston Legal. It's $2. But sometimes these these series or seasons of like just, I don't know what kind of theme you would call these kind of movies or TV shows. Sometimes they're only worth like $12, $13 online, free shipping and used. This might be up there for about $10. There are some seasons, especially if you can find like a bundle. So if you find 3 seasons, you can bundle them together and get, $25, $30 for it. And after fees and everything, it's kind of worth it, but at $10 free shipping, it's going to be a little rough. I was looking at records, but the thing with records are 99% of them are just, worthless. Unless you have the big names, it's pretty hard to kind of turn them over. I think a lot of people think records are worth a lot of money. And usually they're stacks on stacks, but sometimes, it's kind of like video games. 99% of video games you're going to find at thrift store are just, they're not worth anything. Madden 07, Madden 08, stuff like that. It's no different than records. One day I'll find a good one. One day I'll find a good one. Alright, next stop, Liberty Thrift. Haven't been here in a while. We'll see if we can find any good stuff. Green tag, pink tag, blue tag, clothing. Try to remember that. Alright, since I didn't get to the last one, we have a Fire King, I guess you call that a square refrigerator set. It'd be nicer if it had the lid. I think this is also Fire King. It's $5. It is Fire King. You can kind of tell by the handles, if you're not very familiar with the different kind of patterns yet. The handles are kind of a giveaway. So I say this looks kind of Avon-ish. Yeah, there's Avon. This isn't old, but it is fairly nice, and it's press board. But if you're someone who likes to display things, I know in that Pyrex collection I made a video, there's a much larger hutch. I guess that'd be a hutch, or some people might call it a china cabinet. I think it's more of a hutch, but if you want to display a couple pieces, it'd be nice up there. $1.50. Okay, so I just spent $2 in there. I assume these tags are red and not pink. This pink was half off and I didn't get a discount. Not like it really matters. I totally got the wrong receipt. I don't know what happened there. I just got a receipt for toys and athletics. So 2 filler shirts. One's a Yale, one's a Johns Hopkins. Realistically, I'll probably sell one. I'll sell one for $10. I spent $2. I made $10, and then I have just an extra t-shirt. I might sell them both, might not. It's kind of luck of the draw with filler stuff. I put back that one, the step stool, that little white step stool. And the reason why I put it back was because it was kind of like falling apart. Like I need to add more screws into it. And I think, like, you know, the time invested into that to make another $1 or $2, it's not really worth it. So I put it back. Someone else can probably see and might want to repurpose it. It looked like it needed another coat of paint. Someone else might enjoy that crafting project. So onward. Nice marble collection. We got the Pop Kids. Nice train collection. Got comics. I stopped by in this store. This is part of that the weigh and pay, but this isn't obviously the weigh and pay. This is their like variety store. So everything's kind of pricey, and they do have an online store. So if you think you might find something great here for 50 cents, you're not going to. It's the good stuff definitely goes online, but you can still find a deal. Found this Pyrex thing, 2 pieces. You got the lid and the bowl. I think this is Town and Country. It's my hypothesis, and it's $3 for the 2 pieces, so that's a good buy. We have a Mighty Ducks Goldie mask. It's bringing back a lot of childhood memories. Bunch of golf balls. Might be a Pro V1 in here. It is, nope, not a Pro V1. So at one time I did come in here, they were all Pro V1s, and wait, what? Yeah, these are pretty used. That's for their silent auction. Every time I come in here, there's new things in the silent auction, so they do move a lot. There's a really cool like drum over there. You got the Star Wars figurines. Bongo drum. Very cool stuff. A little Fenton piece. Phillies, if you're a Phillies collector. Okay, so didn't find one thing in there. Didn't find any clothes. Didn't find any bric-a-brac, glassware, figurine, stuff like that. There was some Jim Shore kind of stuff. I think that's what it'd be called. But that stuff was tough to move. And putting online to ship that, you might as well be shipping glassware. It's very difficult to ship without having to overcompensate for all the smaller things in terms of protection of the item and all that. So I guess that's it, and we'll do the recap for today. Alright, so here we are with the recap of today's portion, the haul portion of the thrift store video. All these clothes are for resale. I sell online primarily. I know I get a lot of new people ask me, what do I do as a full-time job? I sell clothes. That's my full-time job. I do pick up this glassware for a friend who collects Pyrex and stuff like that. If you guys are new to the channel, you like Pyrex or anything like that, type in Pyrex in my search field and you'll see I have a whole video of the whole collection, which is very tremendous, to say the least. But let's go through this quickly and see what we picked up. We have a Yale t-shirt. Some of these are just filler t-shirts, stuff that I'll probably sell for, $8 to $12. I'll probably sell 80% of it. Sweatshirts I usually get 15 or 20 for. And of course, you pick them up for like $1, $2, in terms of the items. So, in case you guys were curious about that, we have a Yale t-shirt, a Johns Hopkins, Kansas. I've sold all my Kansas stuff this year. A vintage Cardinals t-shirt, and a lot of people ask me, how do I know stuff is vintage? Always look at the tag. So Rawlings, they made t-shirts for a very brief amount of time, but the Made in USA is kind of the giveaway. As well as you can kind of see by the graphics and stuff of that nature. But if you guys can figure out what tags are vintage, you can really easily see if it's a vintage item. Here, again, we have a starter, Made in USA. This is probably late 90s. And for football stuff, I save until next year. Save until the fall. So, Dolphins, Red Sox, this awesome Duke University sweatshirt. I didn't even look it over in terms of stains or anything, because I just thought that's just so cool. It is vintage. It's made for the Duke University store, Made in USA. I'm not a Duke fan. I just like the vintage stuff, and concerning that I kind of wear the same sweatshirts over and over, I might wear this stuff once or twice just to broaden my wardrobe. But very, very cool Duke University sweatshirt. It does have a stain here. It does have a stain there. Very neat. A vintage Devils sweatshirt. It is the end of hockey season, but I figured maybe one last push here in the last couple weeks. Fila, or Fila. A lot of people pronounce that differently. Lehigh University. We have a vintage Mickey Mouse sweatshirt, or Mickey. This nice vintage Sports Illustrated winter seasonal kind of style. We have the snowboarder. I guess those are skis. Nice graphic sweatshirt if you're into snowboarding and stuff like that. You like the vintage stuff. Very, very cool. And an awesome vintage Adidas sweatshirt. It does have a hole here. It has a hole here. It might have... well, the ends are kind of beat up. And yeah, so it does have its wear. This side also has its wear. But vintage Adidas, hard to find, and will sell quick regardless of its condition. In terms of glassware, we have a clear bottom blue primary bowl. This is the only color I think I've not found. If not, I haven't found green. It's one or the other, blue or green. And then I believe this is called Town and Country. It's not a very iconic style, but the lid and the bowl together for $3 is a great deal. And if you're someone who likes accent pieces, I would advise, if you like the vintage stuff, to just throw something like this in your kitchen for $3 or $5. It'll make it stand out. It'll be a conversation starter. People will be like, oh, that's cool. And yeah, check out that kind of stuff if you're interested in that. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this treasure picking video. I know I went to the Weigh and Pay thrift store and didn't find one thing aside for the variety thing. That was, or variety store, I found that one Pyrex piece, but in terms of the Weigh and Pay, there just wasn't anything there for me. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. If you guys are stopping for the first time and you like reselling or thrifting or treasure picking, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, have a great day. Keep living a dream. Peace!